everybody, it's Crystal. So I hope everybody is doing well today and staying safe. I am doing absolutely fantastic because I'm here talking to you, my fellow friends here on YouTube, and it always makes my day and makes me smile. So what do I have for you today? Well, I have some yarn that I want to show you that I got from Joann's, and then we're going to do a little bit of crocheting with it. It's some new yarn and, you know, comparisons and whatnot. Let's just get to it. Want to? Okay. So first off, I'll show you what I got from Joann's that is not new. It's a little bit of an unboxing and a review. How about that? So, some of you guys have probably seen the bloom yarn before. Oh, I do not have a tutorial for this hat. This hat was made on a knitting machine by my husband. He's a knitting machine fanatic. Check this out. Yeah. Anyways, this is made out of Premier Color Spun yarn. And then from Joann's, they were having a sale at the time. I got some bloom for him to make some hats on the knitting machine. So, you know, the ones that make decorations. So, I'm looking forward. I might keep this one because I like brown. I keep half the hats he makes. Some Nordica, which I do not like the way Nordica looks crocheted up, but knitted up, it's really pretty. I don't like the way bloom looks crocheted up very well either, but anyway, so I got that here. Anyways. Okay, so let's look at the new yarns that they had. First off, let's start with one. I'm not going to crochet with it because I just wanted to compare it. You know what I mean? Do a little comparison with it. So the first one I want to show you is they came out with, you've probably seen these Ogos before. I did a review on them, and they really weren't my thing. I don't like the way it's packaged myself. But you know, it's cool for people that like it. But I see they had a new one that came out. This is their Caron Simply Soft Ogo. Okay. So I looked at it and it looked like it was maybe just not gonna cut it compared to the regular Simply Soft. That was just an assumption online by what I read. Let's see if I'm correct. So this is their Ogo Caron Simply Soft. They have tons of them, and they all have the Simply Soft has 2 colors in each one. Okay, and so when you look at it, this is how it is. If you're not familiar with the Ogo, I'll open it up. I don't know if it's like, I think it takes up a lot of room. So I don't have any. Actually, I might have a few, but I'm not going to use them. I'll probably put them in giveaways or something. But let's open it up. Now these Ogos are designed not to tangle. So what you do is you open them up like this. And there's a string thing in here. And then you like clip it or something. And then you can look up how to do it on I have another video that shows you how to do it, and it pulls from this way around, you know, like that. So it's not supposed to tangle on you. Okay. I did a video on it. You can look for it, and you know, it shows you more about it. But anyway, so as I was looking at these Ogos, now these are the same as Caron Simply Soft, the regular. As I was looking at them, I noticed that they are less yardage than the Caron Simply Soft for more money, which is you know, not really cool if you ask me. So these Ogo Caron Simply Softs are exactly, you know, they're a medium weight number 4, just like Caron Simply Soft. They are 100% acrylic, the same as Caron Simply Soft. They have a 250 yards in them. Caron Simply Soft has 315 yards in them. So it has 65 and more yards, in my opinion. It feels softer, the Caron Simply Soft. This one feels, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's the way it's wound on the winder, but it just, I don't know. In the skein, it feels softer, but that could be me. It probably is the same yarn. It's just, but anyways, so there's 65 more yards in the Caron Simply Soft as opposed to the Ogo Caron. That's not the only difference though. The Ogo is actually more money as well. I don't think it's a lot more money, but it is a little bit more money. And when you're comparing it to price versus yardage, you know, you want to go with the one that has more yards in it. So yeah, I just want to show you that. I saw it and I'm like, well, that's not cool. It's just a little bit more money and it has less yardage. So plus, you know, I'm not a big fan of the Ogos. I just don't like the way it's I don't like that at all. So I just seen that and I want to bring that to everybody's attention. I'm going to stick with the Caron Simply Soft in the skein because it's a little bit cheaper, especially if you could buy it at Walmart. I know some people were finding these at their Walmart for 50 cents. I knew that these would be discontinued eventually. If you look at my first video I made of these, I said this is going to be a discontinued yarn eventually. I have a feeling that's why it's on sale at some Walmarts for 50 cents. I could be wrong. That was just my guess. This is a much better deal. The Caron Simply Soft in the skein form. Alright, let's get to these new yarns, want to? Okay, so let's go ahead and start off with these new yarns. I actually have one new one from Michaels. And the rest are from Joann. So let's go ahead and start with this Michaels one real quick. So this was new from Michaels. It was called, it's called Baby Delight. And it's from Loops and Threads. That's Michaels house brand. $11.99 a ball. I got it on sale, I do believe. But that is the price of it on the regular. And this is machine wash on gentle. But do not tumble dry. That's going to be a downfall for some people. I don't know why it says that. It's 70% acrylic and 30% polyamide. A lightweight number 3. Recommended knitting needle size is a 4mm. And like I said, it's a lightweight number 3 made in Turkey. So I'm going to go ahead, 557 yards. It's a lot of yardage. Yarn has gone up. There's nothing you can do about it. Like I always say, I can grab about it as much as I want, but if I want the yarn, I still have to pay for it. There's nothing I can do about it. It's not just yarn that's gone up. Everything's gone up. It's just the way it is. It sucks, unfortunately. But that's the way it rolls. So $11.99 on the regular for 557 yards of a lightweight number 3. But you can't put it in the dryer. I don't know why. Let's crochet a little bit with it, won't you? We'll see how it looks. Alright, I got it here with the recommended hook size as the G. So if my hands shake, it's because I'm using a smaller hook. I generally don't use hooks that are too small. So I've started here with it, and as of right now, I can tell that it is a little fuzzy, so it probably will peel a bit after, you know, it's wallowed around a little bit by baby. And remember, you can't throw it in the dryer. It is a lay flat product. So as far as the way it crochets, the plies are not spun extremely tight on it, therefore it could cause some splitting for some people. Probably me here, I would imagine. It is variegated, so the variegations are not extremely long, so it will be a little bit busy of a yarn. I think though that would work good for baby blankets, for those who like to make baby blankets, because it's a lot of yardage there, and it's soft. It feels really good, you know. It feels nice and soft, and it's very pretty pastel colors, and they have other pretty colors too as well. But yeah, I think mainly I wouldn't buy this again for the simple fact that I think I could find better. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of 3-weights. How about that? I'll just say that. I guess it's crocheting okay. It's not doing too bad. It's getting hung up a bit on me, but not as bad as I thought that it would by the looks of the. Yeah, it is. It's getting hung up on me, but that could be just me. Some people just crochet different, you know. You might not get hung on it at all. But like I said, this is not something I would buy again because I'm not a big fan of lightweight 3s. I think it feels good as far as softness factor, but it feels a little cheap as well. I don't know if you can understand what I mean by that. It don't feel I don't know, just the way it looks. It's like it's not wound tightly. It doesn't feel strongly made. But that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean it can't turn a nice baby blanket. Like I said, it is variegated. Let me do some bobbles, see how well they show up in the variegation. I'm having a little trouble crocheting with it, as you can see. It's getting hung up just a bit. Could be my crochet style. Could be me not liking the small hook. Or it could be the yarn. But, alright, let me do some bobbles real quick. Okay, I didn't have much problem, and you can see the bobbles quite well. Now, the variegation on this particular color is quite subtle. So, if you do pick another color that maybe has bolder colors, the bobbles could get lost in it. But on this pastel color, they're actually quite nice. Let's see how well it comes off. I'm sure that it'll come off quite well. It didn't snag on me too much. There we go. So that's that. Okay. Loops and threads, baby delight. Do I like it? It's okay. For people who, you know, I think 557 yards of a lightweight number 3, $11.99. Never buy it for $11.99. You can always get it on sale. So if you can get it for like 20% off in today's market, that's not a bad price. I know it is bad, but it's not bad considering how things are today. So if you like to make blankets and stuff, whatnot, baby clothes and stuff, I think this would be okay. The only downfall is that you can't put it in the dryer. I'm not sure why. I think the color is beautiful. It being a pastel rainbow light, that is very pretty. Unfortunately, I wouldn't buy it again because it's just not my style of yarn. I don't like 3 weights. And I don't like variegated that well. Some, I don't just. So on the way it crocheted, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 7 because it did snag up a little bit. The way a frog comes apart, 10, sure, came apart just right. Value wise, overall, it's not a bad value for today's design. 9. Okay, so I'm going to take all things considered, price versus yardage versus how well it came undone versus how well it crocheted versus that you can't put it in the dryer. I myself would probably rate it like a 7. It's an okay yarn for me. It's not one that I would repurchase. But then again, it might be good for those, like I said, who like to make baby blankets and stuff. All right, let's move on from this one. It's not one I didn't think I'd like. I didn't think I would, this would be my favorite anyways. Okay, now, Joann's has a brand called KC Yarns. It's called Knit and Crochet Yarn. That's what KC stands for, Knit and Crochet. So they have 3 different yarns here that I wanted to try. A couple of them I think will be okay, maybe. One of them, I'm not so sure. So why don't we start out with their cotton? It looks promising, but it does look, it feels really good. So this is called KC. These are at Joann's. This is one of Joann's brands. Essential 100% cotton, 180 yards or 165 meters. It is a medium weight number 4, machine washable, do not tumble dry. The color I have here is called yellow, and it requires a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. Well, I just happen to have a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook on hand. Wouldn't you know it? Wouldn't you know it? All right. Okay. You guys want to do some crocheting with it? It feels good. You know what it feels like to me? It feels like Hobby Lobby. I love this cotton. It feels like Walmart's Mainstay cotton. The price tag on this is $4.12. $4.12 on sale. On sale. They do have it in solids, and they do have it in some variegateds here. I got this one too, variegated too. They have the same amount of yardage. Yes, they do. So we can crochet it up if you want and check it out. I think it's going to be just like Hobby Lobby cotton, which is a nice cotton. Walmart, which is a nice cotton. I think this is a nice cotton. I do. It is a very nice cotton. I think it's a pricey. Considering I can go to Walmart and get their cotton for cheaper, and it's probably going to be the exact same thing as this. In fact, I probably have some here, and we can do a comparison, because I can imagine that it is the exact same yarn. Is this made in Turkey? Made in Turkey. Yeah. Walmart's is about $1 cheaper than this, and this is on sale, $4.19. So, yeah. But the only downfall to Walmart's Mainstay Cotton, I love their Mainstay Cotton. I love all of Walmart's Mainstay yarn. It's nice, inexpensive yarn. Their cotton is wonderful. It's just their color. They just have limited colors. If you've ever shopped Walmart's Mainstay yarn, they have very limited, very limited colors. But their cotton is amazing. It feels just like this one. It feels just like Hobby Lobby's I Love This yarn, or I Love This cotton. It feels very much like just a nice wearable cotton. You know, I'd wear something out of this. I'd wear something out of Walmart's. I believe their cotton's $2.98 at Walmart for the same amount of yardage, 180 yards. And I do believe Hobby Lobby's is 180 yards too. And you can get theirs on sale as well. So this is probably out of the ballpark for me. As far as cotton, I think it's overpriced, in my opinion. Considering, like I said, I can go to Walmart and get it the exact same thing. It's exactly. That is Walmart's cotton right there. That is Hobby Lobby's. I already did a comparison on Walmart and Hobby Lobby. It was the exact same cotton. This is the exact same thing. It's just another label wrapped around it. So, I'm not going to crochet with it because it's the same. It's the same thing. You crocheted with one of those, you crocheted with this one. It is, because I'm not going to bust open the balls because I'll give them away in giveaways and stuff. It's nice. Like I said, softness, you know, I get a 9.5. It's a soft cotton. It's a nice wearable cotton. You can wear it against your skin. I might make my daughter a dress out of it. I got some purple actually. I think I did. Maybe not. Anyways, I might make my daughter a dress out of some of this. Maybe. Price, definitely it's overpriced. If you want to compare it to the other cottons, they're exactly the same. Like I said, Mainstay and Hobby Lobby. It's just the same amount of yardage, made in the same spot. It's just all the same. Everything's the same. They do have as many colors. Hobby Lobby has an array of colors on their cotton. And they have, 30% off every other week. Walmart doesn't have too many, but the colors that they do have are nice. I've used them and made things out of them. So yes, I probably won't buy this again, considering all things that I mentioned. It is a nice cotton. I do like it. And I bought some brown and some red. I do like it, but it's just too much money if you want to compare it to the other two that I said. All right. Okay, here's one that I was pretty excited about getting. I thought this one was beautiful. Look at this one. This is called KC Movement. It reminds me of a yarn that I bought that was high-end the other day. I can't remember the brand of it, but it's 48% cotton, 52% viscose, 216 yards or 198 meters. It is classified as a 3-weight machine wash. Do not dry. You just can't dry anything nowadays, can you? I don't know what's going on with that. The color I have here is called Grassy Green. Look at that pretty stuff. Yep. It's pretty. It's shiny. It's got a, let's see, there's their 3-weight. That's about right for a 3-weight. It's got a strand of dull yarn in it and a strand of shiny yarn in it. Can you see that there? I want to crochet with it. I want to crochet with it. Let's see what the knitting needle size, or crochet hook size is for the lightweight 3. They're calling for a G. Okay, let's turn around and crochet with it. Alright, so I'm crocheting with this one, and it is a very pretty yarn. Unfortunately, it is a splitter. See that splitting up there on me? Now, I can get past splitting yarn if it's beautiful enough. This is very, very pretty. But I'm having a little bit difficulty with the splitting. Now that, that always depends on the crocheter too. Some people can crochet with yarn and it not split. It just depends on the person. So I think it's beautiful. It's so slick. It glides right through your hook. I can imagine a very, very gorgeous drapey shawl out of this, or a nice drapey top. Not doing too bad now. It's a very, very beautiful yarn. Now let's see how, now I did do some bobbles. You can see it looks, so it's two-toned. Bobbles you could see pretty well in that. I think that if you use them in your design, you'd be able to see them. Let's go ahead and pull it out and see. Coming out nice. Here comes the bobbles. Here comes the bobbles, coming out just fine. Hey, that was good. So that was this one. This was the KC Movement 48 cotton, 52 viscose. Very, very soft, very, very drapey, very, very shiny, very, very two-toned and gorgeous. And it's a lightweight 3. It's not a bad lightweight 3. I'm going to turn my camera around. Okay, let's talk about the KC Movement then. KC Movement is regular, $7.49. Yikes, $7.49. They do have it on sale right now for $5.62. Okay, $7.49. Like I said, yikes, but that's the price we have to pay. That's the price we have to pay. Always buy it on sale though if you can. Let's talk about this. So this yarn is gorgeous. It's very, very pretty, and they have a lot of pretty colors. Oh, they have a beautiful black. I might have to get it. I like this yarn. I do. Splitting factor though, I'm going to give it a 5. It did split quite a bit. I can get past that when it's a pretty yarn. So, yeah, 5 for the splitting factor. It's so silky soft. It's going to have a beautiful drape. I personally wouldn't use that small of a hook. Whenever I make something with it, I'll use a bigger hook, because a bigger hook will give it a nicer drape. But anyways, unless I wanted a tighter shirt, I'd probably use a smaller hook. But we'll see, I won't. Probably wouldn't do that. Let's see. The way it frogged, 10, came out completely. Didn't snag up at all. You make a mistake, comes right out. It's just so drapey and pretty. 216 yards of a lightweight number 3. It's a good, it was a nice lightweight number 3. For $7.49. It is a pretty yarn. I paid $5.62 for it because it was on sale. So let's think about it. It's a cotton viscose blend. Let's think about this. We're going to take into the account how pretty it is. It's definitely a pretty yarn. For me anyways. It's very shiny. It's very luxurious looking. Very, very pretty. Very soft. Smells very clean. The way it crocheted, the way it came out, the price versus yardage, we're going to do it on a regular at $7.49, and that's for 215 yards of a lightweight number 3. 217, I'm sorry, or 16, 16.5. 0.5. I like it a lot. I think it's too much money, but I'm going to say that about every yarn nowadays because they're all prices too much money. But I would give it a solid 8.5 because I really, really like it, and I think it's pretty, and I will definitely repurchase this and make something out of it. I like it a lot. Even though it splits, I still like it a lot. KC Movement, Joann's. I'm going to buy some more after I get off here while it's on sale for $5.62 because I'm not going to pay $7.50 for it. I will not pay $7.50 for it. I refuse. I'll wait it out till it's on sale, and since it's on sale now, I'm going to get that black one that I want. I'm going to make a pretty top with it for the spring or summer. Yes, it's going to be a great summer or spring yarn. It's absolutely gorgeous. So definitely a repeat purchase for me. But I figured that it would be. Okay, I got one last yarn to show you. Now this is new as well from Joann's. This is the KC. This one's called Pearl. Now this is lightweight number 2. Yeah. It feels really good though. Smells really good. But that's not what it's all about. It's not all about the smell. It feels soft. So let's read about the KC Pearl. It is 70% Lysol and 30% viscose. 240 yards or 220 meters of a number 2, which is a sport weight. Hand to wash. Lay flat. The color I have here is called Orchid. Okay, well, let's do some crocheting with it. I'm not a fan of a sport weight, but let's do it. Hook, G. I have the G. I still call for a G. Let's do it. Let me turn my camera around. I'm going to show you right off pulling it out of the ball. Yeah, that's no fun. That's no fun. No one wants to deal with that. Come on now. Well, see what we can do with it, I guess. I don't think I'm going to like this one. I already don't because it's so lightweight, but remember if my hands shake, it's because it's a lightweight yarn. This is definitely a nice, this is a 2-weight yarn. I'm probably not going to be able to work with it very easily. I just don't do these lightweights unless I really like them. So let's see. You know, it's silky. It's going through the hook. Feels silky. It's not wound tight at all. But yeah, it hasn't split on me yet, which is surprising. So, yeah, I guess it's crocheting okay for a sport weight. You guys think? I don't know. I think it'll come undone okay too, because it's so silky feeling that it'll probably just come out like nothing, like it's supposed to. Well, by the way it looked coming out of the ball, I thought that it would split up, but you know, it didn't, shockingly. Not yet anyways. I'm sorry, it's very hard for me to crochet with this yarn because it's small. It's too small for me, but I know some people like really thin yarn, so I thought I'd give it a try. It actually seems to be doing okay on the hook. Even though it came out looking like crud, it's coming off the hook okay. I'm not normally this slow of a crocheter, but it's too much for me. Okay, now we're getting the part that's kind of coming out. See that? Up. Yeah, there it is. It's just not wound tightly there in some spots, so could be a problem. Could not be. I don't know. Bobbles. Could just be the dark color that makes, I think it's the dark color making them not visible, but I think they probably would be if I was using a lighter color. It actually doesn't crochet too bad. Can't really complain. It hasn't hung up on me really. I missed a stitch. Hey, it happens to the best of us. All right, I can't do this anymore. It's too small. But let's look at it. Okay, so yeah, it crocheted up just fine. Nice and silky, just like the way it looked. Like I said, the bottles will probably be more visible if I used a different color that wasn't so, you know, dark. See if it comes undone. It does. It comes undone just fine. Alright, so it came out of the ball looking like this, so I thought it was, you know, going to give me trouble, but actually it tightened up and crocheted okay. So let me turn my camera back around. Alright, KC Pearl. We got 240 yards of a lyocell viscose blend number 2 weight on a regular price, $7.49. No way in a million years would I ever buy this again. I wouldn't even buy it for $3. Not that I don't like it. It's because it's a 2 weight. And I don't like 2 weights. It has to be super special for me to like a 2 weight. Now, okay, so ease of crochet. It was fine. It's probably like an 8, 9. Came out fine. You know, frogging style. I'd give it a 10. Feels good. It really does. It feels nice and soft. If you like lightweight yarns, you know, you'd probably like this one. I think it's priced way too much money. 7 different colors, all are solid. But like I said, everything costs more money nowadays, so $7.49 is probably just what it costs nowadays. I wouldn't repurchase it. It is a beautiful shiny yarn. See that shine on that? It would make a beautiful drapey product, garment, or, you know, something like that if you like the small weights. Overall, though, you know, if I get past me not liking a 2 weight yarn, I'd probably give it a good rating. Probably an 8. I'd probably get an 8. No, not liking the price. Buy it on sale. It's on sale now for $5.62. Still kind of expensive, but it is what it is. Hey, you gotta pay it if you want it. So that's it. Oh, I wanted to tell you one more thing about that KC cotton that I didn't crochet with because I told you it's just like Hobby Lobby's, and it's just like Hobby Lobby's, and it's just like Walmart's. Its regular price is $5.49 a ball. $5.49 a ball. No way in a million years would I pay $5.49 for that. I mean, unless I paid it. Obviously, I paid it for the. No, I bought it. I think I bought it on sale. I don't know what I paid for it. Anyways, I paid it for the review to show you guys. But with it's a nice cotton. It is. I like it. I'm not dogging it. I give it, you know, a good rating for it being a nice cotton. It's just too much money because there are other cottons that are exactly the same on the market for less money. As I mentioned, Hobby Lobby's. I love this cotton, which has an array of colors, and they have 30% off their yarns every other week. And it's still cheaper than this when it's on this on sale right now is $4.12. And you go to Walmart and get the exact same thing for like $2.98, just less colors. You know, it is what it is. Yarn's expensive. What can we do? Grab a bite and move on. That's it. I hope you enjoyed my review. It was fun. I got to test out some new yarns. So yeah, my favorite of the bunch is definitely the KC movement, and you can look forward to seeing something this year during the spring or summer made with this one. Probably a different color though. I think I might go for that black. Maybe. The pearl, if I enjoyed 2 weight yarns, I would probably buy it again when it was on sale, but since I don't, because there's nothing wrong with it, since I don't enjoy 2 weights, I would not buy it again. The cotton there's not a thing wrong with it. It's just too much money. I could buy it elsewhere cheaper. And then let's see, we talked about this from Michael. So this Baby Delight is probably okay. if you can get it on sale for people that just like to make baby blankets and stuff. The only downfall on this is that you can't put it in the dryer. I'm not sure why. And the Ogo I showed you was has less yardage than a regular Caron Simply Soft. So let me see. Ogo Simply Soft is $6.99 on a regular price. $6.99 regular. It's on sale now, but $6.99 for and Caron Simply Soft is on a regular $5.49 for more yardage. So you pay $5.49 for this for 315 yards, or you pay whatever I said this was, 6 something, for 65 less yards, $6.99. So $7 versus the $5.49, more yardage for the $5.49, and you're paying for the gimmick of the wheel. That's just my opinion. Okay, remember, I'm not affiliated with any of these yarn companies. I don't care if you buy any of it. I'm just here to tell you about the new yarns and my thoughts. Gimmick, buy the skein. It's cheaper. It's the same thing, and you get more yards, and it costs less money, especially if you buy it at Walmart. This one, very pretty. Not a fan of the 2-weight though. Definitely love this one. The best of the bunch, the KC Movement. I will be buying that again and making some stuff out of it. And like I said on this one, it's okay if you like to make baby blankets and stuff like that. I personally probably wouldn't buy it again. Although there's really not much wrong with it. So I hope you enjoy. Oh, and the cotton. Too much money. No, I wouldn't buy that again either. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope that it was fun. It was fun for me. I like trying new yarns. Yeah, have a good day, okay? I'll see you guys on my next video. Stay safe. Bye, guys. Check this out. You guys will really, really like it. I think. I do. If you can get past the splitting of it, which isn't that bad, that could just be me. Like I said, splitting is a personal factor. Some people will see yarn. Like some people hate Caron Simply Soft because it splits. It never splits on me. So it really just depends on the person. This may not split on you. I don't care that it splits. It's a beautiful yarn. That's gorgeous. Bye, guys.